Getting rich with kicks and punches might sound like a scene out of an action movie, but in MMA, it's real life. Fighters are turning their grit, discipline, and knockout power into actual fortunes. But let's be honest, it's not as easy as throwing a few kicks and landing a right hook. The path to wealth in mixed martial arts is full of sweat, blood, and smart decisions. First things first, MMA isn't just about fighting anymore. It's entertainment, it's branding, it's business. Take the UFC as an example. It's not just a fight organization, it's a global empire. And if you manage to shine in the UFC spotlight, you're not just a fighter anymore, you're a star. And stars make serious money. Now about the money itself. Fighters earn a guaranteed amount just for showing up to a bout. That's called show money. Win the fight, and you often double that amount. For example, if a fighter gets $100,000 to show, they might earn another $100,000 if they win. That's not bad for a few rounds in the octagon, but that's just the beginning. Then come the bonuses. The UFC loves to spice things up with extra cash. Fight of the night and performance of the night bonuses are worth $50,000 each. So if you bring the fireworks, the UFC rewards you. Some fighters walk away with triple their base pay thanks to an epic knockout or a wild back-and-forth brawl. But the real money? That comes with pay-per-view. If you're a big enough name, think Conor McGregor, John Jones, or Israel Adesanya, you get a cut of the PPV buys. And those numbers can be mind-blowing. McGregor reportedly made over $30 million from a single UFC fight, not even counting his side deals. All because fans around the world paid to see him talk trash and throw hands. Speaking of side deals, that's where smart fighters really cash in. Sponsorships, merchandise, energy drinks, crypto partnerships, fight gear, even tequila brands. Everything's on the table. Fighters who build a personal brand can make more outside the cage than inside it. Just look at how McGregor turned Proper No. 12 whiskey into a multi-million-dollar business. Or how Sean O'Malley, with his rainbow hair and podcast swagger, built a massive following and product line. Social media plays a huge role too. A fighter with a strong online presence becomes more than an athlete. They're an influencer. That means more sponsorship deals, more exposure, and more leverage in negotiating fights and contracts. The UFC notices numbers. If you can sell fights with your mouth and your Twitter feed, you'll get better matchups and more money. Of course, none of this means MMA is easy money. It's still a brutal sport. Careers can be short, injuries are constant, and one bad knockout can change everything. Some fighters fight for years and barely break even. The lower-tier fighters often have day jobs, train twice a day, and still struggle to pay rent. It's a harsh reality. The sport rewards the best, and the rest grind in silence. So what separates the rich from the broke in MMA? Talent, sure, but also timing, charisma, smart business moves, and a bit of luck. You need to win fights, talk the talk, sell the drama, and build a fan base. You need to think like an athlete and a marketer. The cage might be eight-sided, but it's also a stage. And the ones who know how to perform on both levels are the ones driving sports cars and buying mansions. Let's not forget about international fighters either. MMA is booming worldwide. Russia, Brazil, Nigeria, Australia. Fighters from everywhere are making names for themselves and cashing in. The more global MMA becomes, the bigger the audience, and the bigger the money. Promotions in Asia like One Championship and organizations in Europe and South America are also offering more fighters a chance to shine and earn. And here's something wild. Some fighters make serious cash by losing. Not intentionally, of course, but just by being part of a hyped matchup. Think about it. If you're fighting a big name, even if you lose, you're still part of the show. You still get paid, you still get the exposure, and if you handle it right, your next few fights could bring even more money. Losing in a high-profile fight can sometimes boost your career more than winning a low-level one. Retirement doesn't have to mean the end of the money either. A lot of fighters become commentators, coaches, analysts, or entrepreneurs. Others go into acting or start their own gyms. Their names still carry weight, and that keeps the cash flowing long after they hang up the gloves. In fact, many build their real wealth after fighting. So yeah, getting rich with kicks and punches isn't a fantasy anymore. It's a legit career path. But it takes way more than just being tough. You've got to be smart, calculated, and marketable. You need highlight reels and headline quotes. And you have to treat your body like a business, because in MMA, your health is literally your currency. At the end of the day, MMA is one of the few sports where someone from nothing can fight their way to millions. No fancy background, no big-name gym, just pure heart, hustle, and a plan. It's violent, it's risky, it's unpredictable, but for those who figure it out, it's pure gold. So yeah, getting rich with kicks and punches, only in MMA, and it's more possible than ever.